Casey Stoner claims Valentino Rossi sparked the feud with Marc Marquez. Former MotoGP champion Casey Stoner has weighed in on the long-standing rivalry between Valentino Rossi and Marc Marquez, claiming that Rossi was the one who ignited the tension. Although Stoner acknowledges that Marquez deserves criticism for his actions, he believes Rossi's role in initiating the conflict should not be overlooked. The animosity between Rossi and Marquez has transcended the racetrack, spilling over into public spats and a barrage of verbal exchanges in the media. Their feud has become one of the most talked about rivalries in MotoGP history, and according to Stoner, the root of the conflict lies with Rossi. Marc, to a certain extent, deserves criticism. He tried to get involved in the war of words, Stoner said, as reported by Crash. But people tend to forget that Valentino was the one who started it all. Rossi's provocation and Marquez's response. Stoner highlighted that Rossi was the first to provoke Marquez, setting the stage for a battle that would evolve both on and off the track. Marc is Marc, Stoner explained. We saw him retaliate through his racing style, but Valentino started the war of words. The Australian further elaborated on the dynamic between the two riders, noting that they once shared a friendly rapport. However, that camaraderie unraveled after Rossi's initial provocations. They were friends until Valentino started something, and Marc responded because he didn't like it. Naturally, everyone got involved and forgot that Valentino was the one who woke the sleeping bear, Stoner added. A history of rivalries? This isn't the first time Rossi has been embroiled in heated rivalries. The Italian legend has a storied history of tense relationships with other riders, including Stoner himself. During their careers, Rossi and Stoner had their share of dramatic on-track battles and off-track disagreements. However, Stoner pointed out that time has helped mend their relationship. Unlike his feud with Marquez, Rossi's rivalry with Stoner has mellowed over the years, with the two former adversaries seemingly burying the hatchet. The Rossi-Marquez fallout. The feud between Rossi and Marquez reached its peak during the 2015 MotoGP season, a year that remains etched in the memories of racing fans. Accusations flew from both sides, with Rossi alleging that Marquez was deliberately interfering with his championship campaign. The tension culminated in a controversial clash at the Malaysian Grand Prix, where the two riders collided, resulting in Rossi being penalized. The aftermath of that incident saw their rivalry escalate further, with neither side willing to back down. The exchange of verbal jabs continued, drawing in fans and creating a deep divide within the MotoGP community. Stoner's perspective. As a two-time MotoGP champion and one of Rossi's fiercest rivals during his racing days, Stoner's insights carry significant weight. His comments shed light on the complexity of the Rossi-Marquez rivalry and the role each rider played in fueling the feud. While acknowledging Marquez's tendency to stir the pot, Stoner firmly believes that the narrative often overlooks Rossi's actions. Marc deserves some criticism, but Valentino's role in starting the conflict shouldn't be ignored, he concluded. A legacy of rivalry. The Rossi-Marquez saga is a testament to the high-stakes drama that defines MotoGP. Both riders are icons of the sport, with legacies shaped as much by their on-track brilliance as by their off-track controversies. As fans continue to debate who was truly at fault, Stoner's perspective adds a nuanced layer to the discussion. Whether Rossi or Marquez bears the greater responsibility, one thing is certain: their rivalry has left an indelible mark on the history of MotoGP.